Hi there, Theatre Addicts. My name is Celine, and tonight I am reviewing a production of Cain and Abel, which is a dance performance, and it is being put on by the Biting School and performed and directed by Arash and Aryo Kakapur. And I'm very sorry if I mispronounced those. So the production of Cain and Abel is going to be based off of the biblical story, Cain and Abel. And the first part of the performance is supposed to be very masculine and physical, and then the second part of the performance is exploring the absence of women, and I think they're going to explore perhaps what would happen if Cain and Abel were sisters instead, or something to that extent. So I'm actually very excited to see it, and I've never actually seen a dance performance before, but I have some dance in my own background, so I'm excited to see their interpretation of Cain and Abel. So I just finished watching Cain and Abel, a dance performance by the Biting School, and I have to say that I am a little, not underwhelmed, but it definitely was not exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting a bit more of, I guess, traditional dance. I thought it was going to be more like contemporary lyrical style dancing to tell the story. However, I wouldn't call it a dance show, I would call it a performance that used movement as their main form of storytelling. So it definitely defied some of my expectations, for sure. However, I still enjoyed it in that it was very intriguing. I really didn't know where they were going to go with it, so it definitely captivated me that way. It ran for about an hour long, and it was very interesting. And I think that their interpretation of the story of Cain and Abel was more about the relationship between the two brothers. And then later on, in the part where they're exploring the part about like the second half of the show, they dressed up as women. Sorry if that's a bit of a spoiler. And they kind of explored like a similar relationship in that way. They also break the fourth wall, and there are definitely quite a few just like comical bits thrown in there. So it really takes you different places, and it's really amazing to watch how they move across the stage and how they move together, and definitely very talented people. In the storyline, I was a little lost at some parts. They have a lot of props that seem to represent a lot of different symbolism, but I got a little lost at some points. But like I said, it's very, still very intriguing. So, not something I would take kids to if you're looking for that. But if you want something that's very different and very unique, I would recommend this for something different. The other thing is that it's all modern. I was expecting it to be more ancient or like biblical, timey, atmospheric, but it wasn't. It was very modern in both when they were men and when they were women. There is also, just a side note, there's smoke in the theater as you go in, so if that's a hazard for you, just be aware of that. So my name is Celine, and you can find this review and other reviews on theatreaddicts.com, and we're doing more reviews all the time. So Cain and Abel is playing October 3rd to October 6th at the Fire Hall Arts Center.